Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Logan from Calling Our Shot, back with some more MLB picks on this Sunday, August 29th. Guys, it's still the weekend. Some great opportunities today to make some money in baseball. If you're watching this video and maybe you aren't subscribed, I always do ask if you do us the favor and the courtesy of mashing that subscribe button for us. It really does help us grow this channel. Austin and I are eternally grateful for you guys' support, and we are only 170 subs away now from our 8,000 goal. Yes, you guys have been killing it with the subs, so again, thank you guys, and we are closing in on it, so stay tuned for that. And also a big thank you to our current COS All-Stars. All these people on our list are our members on this channel and the real MVPs of why we do this, right? We do it for you guys every morning. If you're interested in joining, you get cool perks. Austin added some new emojis for our COS All-Stars, current COS All-Stars. Go check those out when you get the chance. But yes, if you're interested in joining, either click the join button next to our channel name or first link in the description. One of the emojis they get is the No Run First Inning, the NRFI Nation flag emoji, which we will be flying today, by the way. Let's recap last night. Yeah, not a great night one bit. Price K's, if you got the bet in, and depending on how your sports book settled it, he didn't start, but he did pitch. So, you know, at some books there was discrepancy there. Tampa Bay team total, no. Toronto run line, absolutely not. Toronto, I'm putting them in my graveyard. They're done. I'm done. You got to be able to cover against Urania and a bullpen game for the Tigers. And White Sox run line, they just forgot they had a baseball game yesterday. That is tough. We will move on to today. And where are we starting? Rays versus Orioles. Yes, I'm taking Rays -1.5, -135 odds. Probably the odds will go up by the time you guys are watching this video, because the Orioles do have Watkins on the mound. And Watkins, 5 ERA versus Tampa Bay. Not exactly his best stuff versus the Rays the last few times they faced. 4 and 1 earned runs versus the Rays. Tampa Bay has won and covered the last 2 starts against Watkins, by the way. So just a little further evidence there. I do think the Rays are in line to win and to cover today. Look, yesterday, I bet their team total because I thought that was the safer bet. I thought it was going to be high scoring on both sides. No, just Tampa Bay won, but they did not cover anyway. And that's what I was debating on if they would cover. But today, I do feel pretty good. They do have Archer on the mound. Archer, 2 innings pitched and 0 earned runs, his most recent start. So again, Archer just returned from injury, and so they're kind of taking it easy with him. But I think against the Orioles offense, he'll be okay. 25th in runs, 16th in hits, 16th in Ks. Yes, Archer. Sometimes Baltimore brings the bats, but they're not nearly the offense that Tampa Bay is. Tampa Bay, 2nd in runs, 13th in hits, and 30th in Ks. Yeah, I don't love the 30. Never do, Rays. Gotta get better eventually. But sometimes numbers don't always tell the things. Yeah, they're bad in strikeouts, but they are batting .260 during the month of August, which is pretty solid. I think they're in line to hit Watkins today. And if they're not going to hit Watkins, like I've always said against any team playing Baltimore, that Baltimore bullpen is atrocious, right? 5.4 ERA. That bullpen ERA that is 30th in the majors, dead last. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and lock in Rays. I feel really good about it. Tampa Bay has a much better bullpen, and the starting pitching matchup, I do favor Archer. So now let's move on to our next pick. Blue Jays versus Tigers. Yeah, I'm taking Tigers first 5 +1, so -120 odds in this one. Look, if you don't have this line on your book, maybe you bet a different type of first 5 bet, but this is available on DraftKings, one of the books I use. Yeah, Blue Jays, I'm turning my back on you completely. I'm done. And you got Barrios pitching for you today. Barrios has been terrible. 7.7 road ERA during the month of August. Trust me, from somebody that's bet on Barrios, I was like, why did I do that, right? He has not shown a lot of evidence that he's been a really good pitcher for the Blue Jays. Last 3 starts, 4, 2, and 6 earned runs. So yeah, he really is giving up a lot of earned runs. He's really erratic in these games. Go look at his last 3 games as well. 3, 1.6 and 2.77 whip, right? Earned runs don't always tell the full story. You sometimes got to go look at whip. And when with these whips well above 1.5, even above 2 in some of these cases, there's a extreme lack of control for Barrios. And I expect the Tigers to be able to get on base. Can they convert those base runners into runs? That's always the question, especially with an offense like the Tigers. But it's going to be okay. Now, Boyd should be in line for the start today. And Boyd, 2.47 home ERA on the year. right? Can Boyd go out there and be a pretty solid pitcher? He had been really solid for a lot of the year, so can he go out there and pitch a decent game? Look, he doesn't have to be perfect, right? Toronto's offense just bad, right? They look at what they've done recently against the Tigers. They have not been outscoring the Tigers. These games have not been shootouts. The Blue Jays need to barely squeak by each of these games. That's why if you give me the Tigers plus 1 run in the first 5, I do really like the odds on that one, and I like the bet itself. That's why Boyd versus Barrios. Now it has to be that pitching matchup. I don't want this one if the Tigers pull a pitcher switch on us. But this is what I'm gonna go ahead and lock in. Now moving on to our next pick, Reds versus Marlins. I'm taking Reds team total over 4.5, minus 120 odds in this one. Look, I'm digging the Reds out of my graveyard, kind of, right? You know they hurt me really good against the Cubs weeks ago, but here they are with a very manageable team total against a really, really bad pitcher. Yeah, Jesus Luzardo, right? Luzardo, 9.7 ERA during the month of August. That's terrible, right? Flirting around that 10 mark. Yeah, there's going to be lots of opportunities to hit Luzardo. He is a really erratic, lacks control pitcher, right? 2.15 whip during the month of August for Luzardo as well. A whip, above 2, not good one bit. If you guys aren't familiar with the whip, it's definitely a metric to kind of measure control on a pitcher. And anything over 1.5, yeah, it's flirting in the out of control range. And anything above 2 is definitely out of control. And the Reds will have lots of opportunities to put up some runs on him on the season. Reds are sixth in runs, 5th in hits, so pretty much a top 10 or top 5 offense. I mean, look, they're not playing at home. We all know that they prefer playing at home, but they still can get some runs up on Luzardo. Cincinnati batting .252 during the month of August, so pretty decent. Nothing bad like a 220 or anything like that, right? Not a terrible batting average. Now let's look. This is the real reason why I'm convinced that the Reds will hit this, though. Look at Luzardo in his games pitched versus the other team. What's their team total been? 5, 11, and 10 runs. Those are the last 3 games that Luzardo's pitched. So if you look at those, yes, the team total of over 4.5 has cashed in Luzardo's last 3 games pitched. Now if you pull it back even more, the opponent has hit the team total in 4 out of the 5 games pitched against Luzardo. Yeah, so we like that for some recent evidence in there. And 4.5, I mean, asking for 5 runs from the Reds, and they're very capable offense. That's not asking for a lot, especially against this not so great pitcher. So can they convert those base runners into runs? As always the struggle when trying to cash a team total over, but I believe in the Reds today. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that one in. Now moving on to our last pick, a pick that, I'm making because it's the weekend and I need some fun in my life, in my baseball life, right? D-backs versus Phillies. I'm taking the no-run first inning, minus 105. Hello, NRFI Nation. It's been a minute. Yeah, I had to take a break because we went cold with the no-run first innings. But you know what? It's no time like the present to go ahead and try to get on another hot streak with the no-run first inning bet. It's a fun bet to make, especially when you got these two teams who are really back of the pack in first inning run scoring. Philadelphia, 19th in first inning runs. Arizona, 30th in first inning runs. Dead last. So when you're picking a no-run first inning, I always like to start with teams that are back of the pack first inning runs because we've got a lot of sample size on the season, and if they're dead last in first inning runs, it means the top half of their order probably not getting the job done. Probably not a lot of opportunities to score runs there. And now another piece of evidence. OddsShark is one of the several sites I use to research these picks. But they always run these computer projections, and they believe this game's going to be pretty low scoring, like a final score of like 2-3 or something like that. So I know a lot of people might be on the full game under or some variety of that. I'm taking the no-run first inning in this one. I do like Madison Bumgarner versus Suarez. I like the starting pitching, and like I said, we only need 3 outs on one side, 3 outs on the other. That's all we need to cash the no-run first inning and to fly the NRFI flags. Bumgarner, his last 3 games, 4, 1, and 2 earned runs, and Suarez 1, 3, and 1 earned runs. So if you look at these two pitchers, pretty solid, right? The exception of the 4 and the 3, the 1 and the 2 earned run type games. Those are what make me feel good that they can go and get the job done for us. You know what? Top half of the order, it's all we need. It's going to be a sweat bet. Every single no-run first inning we pick is a sweat bet, but it will be worth it at the minus 105 odds. There's value here. And we're going to fly the flags. Yes, we're going to fly the flags. It's going to be a great finish to the weekend on that one. Now let's recap the picks for today. Rays run line, Tigers first 5 run line, Reds team total over, and the no-run first inning in Diamondbacks versus Phillies. Thank you guys so much. You guys are the absolute best community. As always, let me know your favorite plays of the day down below. I love to hear what you guys are playing on this beautiful weekend. And also, go check out Austin's fantasy football videos in preparation for your draft. You know what? We're really excited for football season to be back. College football was back yesterday. I had my picks. You know what? We went 2-1. We love to see that. Let's build on that, and let's have a great season. As always, I'll be back tomorrow. See ya.